Welcome to Comic Society.
What up?
We
How you like
changed.
our new setup? We changed it.
I think it looks really good.
I think it does too. Let us know in the comments what you think. If you like the way it looks, or if you want us to go back to the table, let us know. I really kind of like the way this looks. Got see a little bit more of our stuff here. Got the the story we're doing back there. Got some Stephen King stuff. This is all Batman because that's the story we're kind of concentrating on today.
Yeah, and then we got the Stephen King stuff is for we're still reading Rage. Obviously, in the last one I said when we do book reviews, it's going to take us a little longer because obviously books are longer than comics.
Right.
So yeah, I think it looks good. Also, what do you think about this? I like it. We can put our comics on here. My question is, what do you think we should do with it? Because it's just like M&M, like candy stuff now.
They can see the M&M.
Well, no, but if they could see like the Twix, the Milky Way, the Snickers,
I don't think it'll zoom in that quick, right?
Right, probably not.
You gotta zoom in pretty far to see that says Twix.
Yeah. Either way, if you guys have any suggestions on, we were gonna play Paint It Black and put comic stuff all over it, but if you guys got any suggestions what we should do with this thing, let us know. Yeah. Anyway.
So on with the show here. The two things we did this week, we read Batman Volume 2, issues 33 to 40. So 6-issue series called Endgame that involves Batman and the Joker. And then the movie
we did Conan the Barbarian.
Yep.
And usually what we try to do with picking stuff is we flip flop every other week that we do it. So last week I did The Stand, and so I also did the Stand movie.
Yeah.
So this week he got to pick the movie and the comic. Next week though, I'm gonna pick the movie and the comic, and then after that we're just gonna start doing. So you'll pick the comic, I'll pick the movie, I'll pick the comic, you pick the movie.
Yeah.
And then next time we do a book, you get to pick the book.
Sounds good.
I think that's the best way to do it, so we're not just, so we could both do stuff that we'll like. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, do you want to talk about the comic first, or do you want to start with the movie this time? It's up to you.
I'd say we roll right in with the comic. We'll end with the movie, and then we can talk about whatever.
I agree.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
So the comic I picked was, like I said, Batman Volume 2, issues 33 to 40.
Question real quick. Why did we do Volume 2 instead of Volume 1?
So Volume 1 was, if I'm correct about it, that was the ones that went all the way up to like issue 500 and stuff. So when the new 52 came out, which rebooted the DC universe,
right?
I think that's what they consider Volume 2.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. I think I'm right about that. I may be totally wrong, but that's just the way it's worded. Like if you look it up, it's Volume 2, issue 40.
I saw that too. Yeah.
So that's why it's Volume 2. So DC had a real good thing about not. DC had a real good thing about not rebooting their stuff. So all their issues were like up in the hundreds, 500, 600 for Superman, Batman,
right?
Green Lantern, Flash, or whatever. And then they did the New 52, which rebooted the universe.
And that was Doomsday Clock, wasn't it?
No, Doomsday Clock is Watchmen. New 52 is the New 52.
Oh, I thought the Doomsday Clock did the
I'm sure it was some sort of event. They've done a couple since.
Right.
Doomsday Clock had to do with the Watchmen. It didn't. I don't think it had anything to do with the New 52. Oh. There was one called 0 Hour. Where
that's what I was thinking of.
Green Lantern became Parallax, like an almighty.
That's pretty cool.
Godlike being, and he changed everything.
And wasn't that
I don't believe that had nothing to do with the New 52.
That wasn't Hal Jordan. That was.
No, it was Hal Jordan.
Oh, was it? Well, I thought it was the other guy, Kyle Rayner.
No, it was Hal Jordan.
Because then he become the White Lantern or whatever.
No, that was way after. This was back before all the different colors and stuff.
Oh,
Zero Hour was something. It was like the first. It's kind of like the first big event I read. But anyway, Endgame is the name of the Batman comic book. It's I think so far it's the best. It's the best comic I think we've read so far.
I agree
for the show.
I think it is too. Well, just to recap, we did the X-Men
198,
and then we did the Stand. Which
Stand was all right.
The problem with the Stand, and I still to this day think that, even though we did it like only a couple weeks ago, we read only the last
thing,
and we should have done that. That was
I didn't know.
I didn't know
did you.
Yeah,
but
But that was the biggest problem
Now we
I
need to
think.
check it out a little bit before
Yeah,
we say
before we
what we're
do
doing on
anything,
the damn
yeah.
part. Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
agree 100%.
yeah, that. But this is, I mean, this is by far my favorite. So
Oh, easily.
the writer, his name is Scott Snyder,
Hmm.
and the artist is Greg Capullo.
And you said that this is the best art you've seen in forever.
Um, he is one of the best Batman artists, if not the best Batman artist. I mean,
Now, do you agree that he's better than Frank Whiteley? Because I know I really love Frank Whiteley too.
personally, I like Frank Quietly better, but Greg Capullo is just a great artist. As far for Batman, I think I like Greg Capullo better.
Really?
I love Frank Quietly. He can't do. It doesn't seem like it. He can do real long extended runs on comic books.
Right.
So like when you get a little bit into it, they end up switching artists, and it's not because he sucks or anything. I think it's because it takes him too long to draw.
Right.
I think that's what I remember. I think I remember reading something about it, like it just takes a long time to draw,
And I
which
will
makes sense
say,
because his stuff is. There's something weird about his faces and stuff. I don't know. I just love his artwork.
right.
But Greg Capullo is like picture perfect. I mean, everything looks good.
Now,
The characters that don't even matter,
like background
background
characters, yeah.
characters, look good.
Well, I will say his is probably besides because I really like. I can't think of his name. The guy that Brian Azzarello works with a lot. They did the Batman Damned. They did the Joker. Remember just the Joker?
I know I can't think of his
I
name.
can't think of his name, but I really love his artwork.
It
I
looked more
think
realistic,
it looked more
like or
realistic.
painting style
Yeah,
almost.
it looked
Yeah,
like
yeah,
watercolors almost,
yeah,
kind
yeah,
of.
yeah.
But I really enjoyed that artwork. But I think I love his Joker way more.
Dude, his Joker is perfect.
And I think his Batman is simple, but the fact that I think the reason I like it so much is because he goes into the whole idea of Batman being in the shadows.
Right,
And
right.
I think that's the only way you can do it. That's why I like that Joker story so much because right off the gate, when Joker, spoilers, I know we're not talking about the story yet, but
Mm-hmm.
it's a part of Batman. When Joker gets let out of Arkham Asylum, which is crazy, he just gets released. It's funny, like right the
Oh,
first
okay,
thing
yeah, yeah.
he's like, yeah, you're free to go.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about the Brian
Yeah.
Azzarello Joker. Yeah.
Well, when they let him out, the first thing he does is he looks up and it's like a clock tower type of thing. And when you see it, you see like this really part that's all shadow. And he said, and he looks at the guy who's picking him up, and he's like, I know he's there. I know he's watching. We just can't
Right.
see him. And that is beautiful. And I love the fact that that's how Batman looks to all these villains. They know that he's there, but
Right.
even if he's not, they still feel like he's there. And that's really what Greg Capello I think nails in this
Right.
because you only see his eyes, you only see his mouth half the time. Half the time it's just black, like a
Yeah,
blackout.
and it is because you don't see you don't see his brow furrowed or nothing like that.
Right.
I mean, there's no like detail in the mask. It's just blacked out, and you just see the two white eyes.
I agree.
I love, and his Joker looks
I will say
magnificent.
I'm
I
not a
think
big fan of his regular characters' faces though. Like Dick Grayson, when you see him take off the
he
mask,
kind of looked like Bruce Wayne.
it was
It
no, it
was
wasn't
hard
even
to
that.
tell.
It just kind of gives off. It gives me that like. Do you remember Red Hood and the Outlaws?
Mm-hmm.
I hated that art style. It kind of looks anime, and for some reason, I feel like people take the anime art style as like, well, they'll like it because it looks like anime. When that's not the fact. That's
Right.
not like the reason people like anime is because it has such a great story to it, and they know how to do stories.
I
So
don't know. I think anime art style's got its own.
right,
I remember when I was younger, I used to call it Japanimation.
yes, I've heard
It
that a lot.
was I thought it was like the animation. The reason I liked the animation was because compared to other animation, it was more detailed.
Like
Like
Akira.
yeah, and looked great. Akira's the
Speaking of
greatest.
Akira, I got
Yeah,
it right there.
Akira's the greatest. But it was real like seemed hyper detailed to me when I was younger.
Right.
Nowadays, no, not so much because there's so much people draw so much detail. It's ridiculous.
Well, it does look a lot, and I noticed that because I've watched Akira recently. Like,
But I don't like it as a comic book
really,
art style. I like it on screen watching it as a cartoon.
right? It almost it has like a good. It's not even that it looks like good, as in like just the animation's good. It has like a good feel to it when they move.
Yeah,
It
yeah, it's
seems real.
smooth
Yeah.
and it seems real and the action's real kick
Now I
ass.
will say I don't know.
But
I
I don't
know
like it on the page.
I know you don't like that, and you also don't like the fact that you have to read it backwards.
Oh, I hate
I'm
that.
not a
It's so stupid.
I'm not a big fan of that either. I hate that. But I will say we need to check out Blame at some point. I think you would really enjoy the
I'll
art
read
style
it.
in this
Yeah,
is
yeah,
some
yeah.
of my favorite.
I'll give anything a shot.
Right.
It don't bother me one
And if
bit.
and again, like if we do something where we're gonna read it now, something like Blame is really big. Like it's a big
That is a
manga.
big boy, yeah.
But if we don't like it, I feel like we could do like a little thing. We could be like, well, we didn't enjoy
It
it.
sucked, yeah.
Yeah, we didn't enjoy it. We didn't like it, so we switched it halfway through. We're really sorry if you're really looking forward to it.
Yeah, we could read it, even if it sucks.
I agree, but if we
It's
can't
comic book.
finish it, you know what I mean?
Even a big old comic book like that, it's still a comic book.
Yeah, it's not gonna
It's
be that
quick
hard.
to turn the pages on those.
Yeah.
It's not like a novel.
But no, Akira is really good. I like Akira because of
Akira is awesome.
the movie's awesome.
The story and the artwork
It's
is
so good.
phenomenal. Yeah.
And it almost has Akira has like a weird it almost has like a psychedelic feel to it throughout the whole
Well,
thing.
because and that and everything starts like morphing and mutating and
Yeah,
everything
yeah,
like
yeah.
that too.
But
So
even in the beginning,
really,
remember when they're at the it's also a I didn't realize it's kind of like cyberpunk too. Like we were talking about like the Matrix and Blade
right,
Runner.
right, right.
In the beginning when they're at the gaming place
There
and
is
the
a
bar,
there is a cyberpunk. I
it
never
has a
really
feel
thought about that, but yeah, it does.
it
The
does have a
motorcycle
right.
looks
So
cyberpunky.
cool.
So maybe that is classified cyberpunk.
It
I
could
never.
be. Or just sci-fi in general, because it is a sci-fi
Well, it
story.
is sci-fi, but
Right.
I never looked it up. But yeah, it could be cyberpunk. It looks like it.
But yeah, Akira would be a cool one to read too. I don't know. It would
Right.
just be cool to check it out. But either way,
Right.
yeah, let's get on to Batman. Sorry.
So, oh, you're fine. So Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo, they had a really long run together on the Batman.
Mm.
So they're the ones that started this series. So for the first 50 or some, it may even been more than that, 50 or so issues, it was those two,
Right.
him writing, him drawing, and they're the ones that introduced the Court of the Owls.
Right. I think you need to talk a little louder. I'm not going to cut this out. I just want to let you know. You probably need to talk a little
Okay,
louder.
you're not gonna cut it
No,
out.
I don't care.
They're the ones that did the Court of the Owls. Created.
Really?
So that was the
Is that
first
why
time.
that's in there?
That's not why it's in there, but yeah, they're around because that was just so the first issue, the first storyline of Volume 2 was
The
the
Court
Court
of
of
the
the Owls.
Owls.
Yeah.
Well, I will say I did want to ask you this. So there's a part in the comics, and we will get into the story. Trust me. I know we're kind of just venting and talking about the comic, but one of the things that really weirded me out. So do you remember? I think it was Vault. I think it was 4 going on to 5. Issue 4 going on to 5. um, there's like a part at the end because throughout all these stories, you'll read the story and then there's like a little story at the end that you can read.
Yeah, yeah,
It doesn't have anything to do with the story, so I didn't read them personally.
Well, it was a Joker.
It was just a random Joker story, which we could have done, but it was really really easy just to get through the story. You know what I mean? I didn't feel like reading.
Comic, yeah.
But there was one part, and I think I really messed up on this. I turned the page, and there was like this black square that didn't have anything on it. I was like, that's weird. So I turned the page again, and then it went into like a different art style, and it had the Court of the Owls on it. And I was like, oh, so this is totally different. And then I put it down, and when you gave me the other one, and I started reading it, it started with the Court of the Owls.
Right.
So I don't know if that was a part of this. I just didn't read that page.
Yeah, it was.
It was.
I think so. Yeah, because there wasn't none of the mini stories had anything to do with the Court of the Owls.
Yeah, it was the one. Remember the mini story where it had Batman in his regular suit, like his blue suit, OG.
Yeah.
It was like that weird paint. That's what the next page was. So I only missed one page.
Yeah, it
So-
wasn't nothing. It was just him asking.
The
But
Court
we'll
of the
get
Owls,
into
yeah.
it.
But no, do you want to start by explaining, or do you want me to?
Explaining what?
Starting to explain the story.
Go ahead.
So the story begins really weird. We don't. I didn't. Again, I didn't read Volume 1, so I'm not, or any of before this, so I'm not sure what happened. But they kind of explain it as Batman got poisoned by the Scarecrow toxin or fear gas, right? Is that what it's called?
Mm-hmm.
Fear toxin.
Fear toxin.
Yeah.
Fear toxin.
Yeah. So he gets poisoned by the fear toxin by Scarecrow, which makes him hallucinate and see nightmares. And when this happens, it kind of starts off like that. Starts off with him in like this nightmare landscape thing.
So no, every time he passes out, every time he goes to sleep or gets knocked out, he sees a made up like he sees a nightmare, but it's his death.
Yeah.
A version of him dying is what the fear toxin does. So every time, if he gets knocked out, it'll do it. If he just falls asleep,
yeah.
And it's wearing off. Like
right, yeah, because he's not poisoned anymore.
Yeah.
But the side effects are there, the after
right.
effects, whatever.
Yep.
And it starts off really confusing.
Well, now you say it kind of ties into the end, and we talk about
it. It does, yeah. But it gets really confusing. So like you'll see like him dying, and then you flip the page, and it's like him in this almost Mad Max type of world where
Right.
he's like fighting, and there's like a bunch of people like that. I didn't even know how half of them were.
No, they were like it was a totally different. I did like his outfit though. It
I
was
did
pretty
like
cool.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But like he's like fighting all of them and stuff, and I'm like, what? And then you flip the page again, and it's like him talking to Alfred,
Yeah.
and it starts off really weird, but that's again, it's just him showing.
Well, yeah, and they don't say it like sometimes on TV shows or even in other comic books, there'll be like a square that says like 2 years ago or
Right.
in the
Well, the
future.
funny thing
This
is,
didn't say
no, no,
nothing.
no.
It
The
just
funny thing is,
said,
it does later on.
yeah,
Like at
later
the
on it
top,
does
it'll
it.
be
Yeah,
like, "This is
but
the
that
future."
first issue,
No, it was
it was
so
just
weird.
nothing, and I was just like, "What is going
I know,
on?"
and
And
it
yeah,
like really bummed me out. I was like, is this gonna be
yeah, but
trash
he explains it in the
later?"
word bubbles
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
when he's talking, and you're
Yeah.
like, "Oh, so
And
that
this
was a
was one that
dream."
I realized this has a lot of the not word bubbles, but like the little explanations
Right,
has a lot of
a lot.
those, and a lot of them are weird. Like, what was the poison or like the cure thing that he was looking for?
Dionysus,
Dionysus. I
Dionysium.
I just called it die.
So Dionysus
We'll get into it. We'll
is
get into it.
well, the word is a Greek god.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, yeah, I
Yeah,
got that. Yeah, they
yeah.
were going off Greek
That's
gods and
why he
stuff.
called it Dionysium.
Yeah,
The
well, that's
doctor
and we
created
get
it.
into what's his name, Patrick. No, Peter Decker.
Yeah,
Was that his name?
Doctor Peter Decker. Yeah,
Doctor Peter
Doctor
Decker.
Death. I think so.
Yeah, they no, that was the other one. That was Hellfron or whatever. Because it was Doctor Strange, the H, Doctor H or
There's
whatever.
Hugo Strange.
Then there was a third one, and then there was Decker. Decker was
I
Doctor
thought
Death.
Decker was.
No, no,
Yeah, I thought
Hellfron.
Decker was Doctor Death.
Either way, it don't
Anyway, it don't
matter.
matter
But yeah, you get like this weird like
because he's in it for like two
yeah,
seconds.
he's barely in it. But you get like this weird jumping back and forth thing, and then uh Alfred is it his daughter?
Yes, it's Alfred Doctor because Alfred got hurt in whatever story happened
I was
before
gonna
this.
ask you, do you
Yeah.
know what happened then?
No, I don't know. He got injured somehow.
Right. Well, this was my
It must have
theory.
been Scarecrow.
Yeah. Well, no, because he says Joker did something to him. Remember, and he's
Oh
like,
yeah, he did. So
they
Joker.
keep referring to it. Well,
Yeah,
this is my theory, and I don't know if this is true, so don't quote me on this. I could be totally
we
wrong.
can look it up.
But well, no, this is just my what I think
Oh, okay.
happened. So, I heard a story once. I can't remember if I read it or I just like watched a video where they were talking about it. But there was a story where, remember when Joker cut off his face?
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's a story that Joker kidnapped all the Robins, like the main Robins, like Dick Grayson, Jason Todd, Tim Drake, and Damian Wayne,
Mm-hmm.
and he tied Batman to a chair and he cut off their faces in front of him and put it on his face or something like that, right? So he cut off all their faces, and then Batman stopped him, and when he stopped him, he looked back at them. They didn't have their faces. Him and Scarecrow or somebody was working together, so he hallucinated it. It
Mm-hmm.
wasn't real, and it was pretty cool. And I think that's what he's talking about. How like maybe something like that.
No,
I didn't know.
that ain't what happened. But what are you talking about? Was it a dream? Because obviously that didn't happen.
What do you mean? The story I just told you?
Yeah,
It
Robin
was from
did
another
this.
comic.
I know, but obviously it didn't really happen. Was he hallucinating it,
I think
or
the thing was like you saw Joker with the thing. You didn't see him cut off his face, but then like the next page, it was like all the Robins had bandages on their faces and stuff, and they couldn't talk. And then when Batman wrapped it, they didn't have anything. Nothing was done.
I mean, but obviously that story didn't actually happen, so it must have been like a hallucination.
I don't know, but
Well,
that
because like
just seems.
Damon Wayne's never had his face cut off that I know
Well,
of.
no,
So
neither. None of them did.
I know. So obviously he was
Either he was
hallucinating.
messing with them or he's hallucinating.
Had to
Either
been
way, but it's
had to
something like
been
that.
hallucinating or messing with him or something.
Right.
But no, I think the Joker had hurt him somehow. It was in sometime before
Yeah, because
this
he was
comic.
talking about how he was still in
It
pain.
could have been another Batman title too.
Right.
They all
Well,
tie
at
in.
first I was thinking the
Could have been like
killing.
Detective Comics.
Well, at
Probably.
first I was thinking the Killing Joke, and I was like, no, that's Commissioner Gordon. Because I when Alfred had the daughter and stuff, I was like,
And the Killing
oh,
Joke's
and I
a
was like,
long time
no,
before this too.
right, yeah, that was in the '80s.
Yeah.
So, but either way, that was my theory. I don't know if that's true. It's just kind of cool because the issue that you see that Alfred brings it up is one where is that one, the one where he has the face.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
Right.
But either way, it don't matter. But you can.
But yeah, so he ends up getting. So he's kind of hurt. So Alfred's daughter's there.
Mhm.
Penny, I think is what her name is.
Is it
He keeps calling her Penny too
and then
on the
Penny one?
microphones. And
Penny one's Alfred. Pennyworth.
Yeah, Penny one is Alfred. Penny two is his daughter.
Yeah, but I don't know if that's her name, but because it's Alfred Pennyworth and whatever.
Yeah, I
her
don't
name
know
is,
if that's her name. That's her name.
it wouldn't be Penny Pennyworth, would it? That's not a bad name.
Let's
Just
find
kind of
out.
stupid.
Let's fact check.
You fact check and I'll continue the story. But yeah, Batman's all freaked out. He's still going through these after effects. He's talking to Alfred and Alfred's daughter, and then Wonder Woman comes out of nowhere and just starts trying to kill Batman.
Oh yeah, just bust right through the
Not
window.
even not even like fighting him, like like she's legitimately trying to kill him. And Batman pulls out this suit that he has because there's that whole joke of how Batman has what's it called? What's the word? He has
Prep
a way to
time.
kill. What?
Prep time.
No, he has a way to take out all the
Justice
Justice League
Leagues.
if he needs to. So when Batman,
Julia.
Julia, yeah, he does say that name.
He
Yeah,
does say
Julia,
Julia. He
Julia
said that,
Pennyworth,
but on the comms, she's Penny too.
Penny two, Penny one.
Yeah, and I think he
Um,
calls her Penny like when they're fighting too, because she ends up getting. In the end, she has that superhero costume on and shit.
does
Yeah,
she?
she's that chick with the blue mask, or is that blue? Or
Oh,
is that Bluebird?
it was Bluebird. No, Bluebird's wasn't that Dick Grayson? No,
If
he was.
no, it was a chick in the comic book. I don't know who Bluebird is.
And
Go
it
ahead.
had the purple hair, right?
Let's find out. Go ahead.
Well, either way. But yeah, he starts fighting Wonder Woman, and then he gets this big suit where he can take out the whole Justice League with him. He has like all this stuff. So he takes out Wonder Woman, and then Flash speeds up, and he takes out Flash. He's able to get Flash. And what does he do? Does he use ice or something, or he uses something to where the Flash didn't see it coming and he falls when he's running?
How do you beat Wonder? How do you beat Wonder Woman?
Didn't he just fight her until she like knocks out or something?
No,
Because they don't
so
really show what he used for
he
her.
puts something on her head and she drops. Oh, he used he made it look like she killed him.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
like he was
yeah.
using like he puts these like when she's flying, he puts these things on her temples, and it makes her see like she actually killed him, like she was in a real fight with him, and she wasn't fighting the whole time,
Right,
and so she thinks she's won.
right.
And then yeah, Flash, he
I thought it was ice, but that's not what it was. He like shot it way before Flash got there. Remember, because it's like you don't even see Flash and he shoots something, and then you see him come and hit it.
yeah, and
Because
then
he
he
does it
like
like way before, so it would hit
and
him.
it like I can't remember what it was.
It just makes him not like it makes him fall and crash into like a building.
Bluebird's name is Harper Row,
So no,
and that is her.
that's what I was thinking. Yeah, yeah, the girl with the purple hair.
Yeah, so that isn't Penny.
I don't know what that is. I don't
I
know who
thought
that.
that was Julia. I don't know who that is
I
either.
don't know, but her costume's pretty
She
cool.
was
I liked
kicking
it.
ass in that comic book too.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. But no, Flash gets beat, and then do you want to talk about next the best?
Well, Aquaman, because
Yeah,
that's who shows up and he gets beat in like 0.5 seconds.
it was actually so funny because Aquaman, personally, sorry to all the Aquaman fans out there that
Horrible character. I don't care about Aquaman or his dumbass Atlantis. I don't care about none of that fish shit. It's the same way with Namor. I don't like him either.
right.
That's
Well,
Marvel Comics fucking version of
oh,
Aquaman.
and same with
And back in the day, he couldn't do shit. All he could do was talk to fish. Now he's all like super strong and
so
shit. You
stupid.
got to try
Do
and
you remember
I'll fucking hold my own against Superman. Shut up,
what
dude.
about what
Aquaman's
about Rick and
horrible.
Morty's Aquaman? The best character ever.
What was it? What was his name? Was it
I can't remember Mr.
Mr. Pervert, dude? Mr. Creep is what it was, dude. He was that episode. He was creep.
That was the best.
Uh,
I hated it too.
so, anyways, Batman takes Aquaman out and like
Well,
he's
it
just as
no,
soon as Aquaman comes down all heroic and shit, how he's breathing, how he's out of water without his fish, I don't know. But he like shoots this little
well, no,
bullet at
it's
him.
not even that. It's the fact that he's like, Batman, your time is up. And
Yeah,
then
he's
it
like, he
cuts.
didn't even finish his sentence.
Yeah,
Batman, your time's up. And Batman just shoots this thing, and big old pink goo comes around him.
he just falls on the floor.
Trapped.
Have you ever seen that?
Oh, it was so good. I was so glad he took Aquaman
I know. I
out
was so
with
happy.
super ease.
I know one page he was in.
He
Not
wasn't
even like one panel.
like panel, yeah, like half a
But
panel.
my favorite is when he have you ever seen that Family Guy clip where where Aquaman's
I'm sure I
no
have, but I
the
can't
girl's
remember.
getting assaulted by a guy and the Aquaman's in the
Oh,
sea,
he's in the water,
and he's like, you better stop
"You
that.
never stop that, yeah."
And the guy's like, what are you gonna do? He's like, well, you're really lucky you're not doing that over here, or I would do something about it.
You're really not doing that in the water.
He's like, he throws a starfish, and he's like, I really hope you don't like starfish because you're gonna hate what I just did. It's so
It is good.
because he's the worst. He's the worthless character.
He's
And
worst.
then talk about the best scene.
Oh yeah,
One of my favorites.
and then comes Superman,
So good.
and he tries. He doesn't have nothing for Superman.
Right.
He said something about why he didn't have. What was up with not having the kryptonite?
No, he did.
I know he did, but he said something about not having his initial. kryptonite. He ends up spitting like kryptonite in his
It was
face.
kryptonite gum is what they
Yeah,
called it, but it was like something else.
he had it
I
in his
can't
belt. He had
remember.
the kryptonite gum in his belt, or gum with kryptonite in it,
Yeah.
and he chewed it up and he spit it. When he spit it right in his eye,
Yeah, and it like
yeah,
messed him up.
it
Well,
messed him
before
up
that,
bad.
it's awesome because he has
But
like,
he's just beating the shit out of
and
Batman.
well, yeah, but Batman's so cool because he's like his fists have like a red sun symbol
Oh
or
right,
whatever,
yeah, yeah.
and
He had
he's
all
punching
sorts of
on him.
stuff. So he's in this big suit.
Yeah.
He got in
Hold
the
on, you
suit.
you keep talking. I gotta move my mic real
Oh,
quick.
he got in the suit. I hope I'm sounding all right.
You're probably fine.
He got in the suit when Wonder Woman showed up and fought her in it. And what it is it's like the best thing I can compare it to without showing you it is like Hulkbuster armor, except
Well, picture
a Batman suit.
at the end of I think it's Batman versus Robin, the cartoon. That suit, remember?
Yeah, but I'm trying to tell him stuff that everybody might have
Right.
seen,
Yeah. Yeah. You're right.
and everybody's seen Avengers and shit. So
You're
like
right.
the shape of the Hulkbuster outfit,
Except it's a bat.
except it's blue and black and stuff,
Yeah, it has bat ears.
and it has bat symbol and bat ears. And it's real. It's the suit's badass, but yeah, it's got like a red sun gloves, and he's punching him,
Oh,
and
it's
it's
so
really
cool.
hurting him.
He has something else
And
too.
there was something else, wasn't it? Was it?
I feel like there was something else. No, it stopped his heat vision. Remember? Because he tried to use his heat vision and it
Oh,
stopped
and
it.
it powered his suit. Like it was like this little shield popped up,
Yeah.
and it would absorb the heat visions
So cool.
and stop his cold breath.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, and then but eventually he
Superman
can't.
gets him out of the suit.
Yeah, eventually he can't control it. Superman throws a fucking building at him
Yeah.
and rips him out of the suit. And as soon as he does, he spits right in his eye, and he's chewing. He's got kryptonite
Kryptonite gum.
and
It's
his
so
kryptonite in his
cool.
saliva, and spits right into his eye, and it just totally dilapidates.
Yeah, Superman wasn't messing with it. And you find out because you don't find out until Superman shows up that Joker has messed with him.
Yeah,
Again
they're
with
being
Thompson.
controlled by fear.
But you don't see it
by
until
the
Superman
Joker
smiles
Thompson.
and laughs.
Yeah,
Which is pretty cool.
it's this cover. I wish I could get it if I
Yeah,
can
you're
get
fine.
it without knocking everything down here,
No, you're fine.
and I'll show it. So this is the cover to part 2 of the Endgame. So that's Superman with his big laugh, big smile. So
So
that's
cool, blood all over. Yeah, just sit it down.
that's him being controlled by the Joker. Um, so he's controlling all of them, and he says, and Batman says, he's got all the beds lined up, and he's got to find a cure of and until he finds a cure to the whatever the Joker used,
toxin.
they're out of commission. So it kind of gives a reason why Superman and all Justice League ain't just showing up and squashing this.
Right.
Because right after that, Joker unleashes gas on the whole city.
No. We gotta stop because he goes to. Batman needs to go and find. I'm not sure what is he looking for when he goes to Arkham Asylum. Is he looking for Joker, or is that just where he? Yeah, he thinks Joker's hiding there.
Yeah.
So he goes to Arkham Asylum, and when he gets
But
there,
he unleashes the gas first, right?
No.
Or does he go to Arkham first?
Yeah, he goes to Arkham first because the gas hasn't been released fully yet. And when he goes to Arkham, he finds Doctor. What was his name? Either way, I don't care.
I can't remember.
He was a useless character.
Yeah.
Well, you know why. But
Yeah.
Doctor blah blah blah. Apparently, some doctor who was there trying to look for something.
He's been there for like what, the last year, I think's what he said.
Yeah, and he was trying to help all the patients. Really thought there was a way to help them.
Well,
And when
so first off, when Batman gets to Arkham Asylum, it's dilapidated,
Yeah.
run down. There ain't nobody there. It looks like it's been like obviously the patients have been moved somewhere else.
Right. And when I saw that, I was like, well, at first when I saw the doctor, I was like,
what's he doing there?
Well, not even that. I was like, that doesn't look. At first, I was like, that's the Joker because it looked like the Joker.
Well,
like with the hair slicked back and everything. From what you can tell, what the Joker looks like in the comic.
But what I would have thought instantly is, what was he doing there?
Yeah,
and
he was like looking on the
Batman,
ground.
I knew you'd be here. Oh, you knew Batman was going to be in some abandoned hospital?
Right. Asylum.
Why? Did you know the Justice League?
Well,
freaked out. Like, yeah, there was no reason for that doctor.
Yeah, no. So, but when he goes up to him and Batman tells him to leave because it's not safe there, you know, he turns out he messes his hair up and he like takes the makeup off his face and it's the Joker.
It's the Joker, but it's the Joker with a reconstructed face.
Yes, he did plastic surgery on his face.
That's why he was able to pull off
not
being that doctor for a year.
Yeah,
because Batman didn't know.
Right.
Because
and then,
the last we saw was Joker cut his own face off. In another story, Joker cuts his own face off and then ties it
Yeah.
ties the loose skin
To his
face
face.
to
Oh, it's
his,
so good.
and it's this right here. So he's playing with it because this is when he reveals to Batman that he's good. So you can kind of see he's got the face, the skin to his old face in his hands. So that's what he kind of reveals to Batman. Hey, I'm I'm
Yeah.
back. You know, pretty much like I'm back to normal. Well, normal as he's gonna get.
Normal as he is, yeah. But then after that, he hits Batman with his toxin.
He slams him, and he locks him up.
And he locks him in the asylum. And then he hits him with a little whatever it is, puts something in him. Isn't it the toxin?
No, he does that later. What did he do?
No, he gives him a toxin. Remember?
It wasn't the laughing gas though, because Batman ain't all messed up like everybody else the whole show.
No, but he does something like that. Remember?
Go ahead and keep telling the story.
All right. Well,
I'll look for it.
either way, something like that happens, and like he messes Batman up in a way. We'll find it in a second. Oh my god, I have the hiccups. We'll find it in a second. Here, you tell the story. I got the hiccups.
No, it's either one of these.
Probably that one.
Well, go ahead and keep looking. It might be.
Yeah, you tell the story.
So yeah, he starts messing with.
Yeah, it's in this one.
that one. Yeah. Well, what's he doing?
So
Does he lock him up?
hold on. Yeah, he locks him in the thing, and yeah, he puts gas on him. He says, "No, no,
What's he
no."
say? Yeah, like what is it?
Okay, well it says the name though Eric comes from E, talking about him being a different. It was Eric, Doctor Eric something.
Right.
And then it's a homophone for something.
For like
For the
joke.
jester.
Yeah,
for
the
jester.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he. No, no, no. And then it says so bad, and then you see gas.
Oh, it's just knockout gas, ain't it?
I
Didn't
don't
he
know.
just pass out? Oh yeah, look at it, show him.
Yeah, that's the best picture.
Such a good.
This
so
is where I was
he
like,
unleashes
oh,
some gas and then.
Yeah, you release
Such
some
a
gas.
good picture, dude. Great
He
Capello.
explains it. There's so much explaining in this, so he has to explain it. He says, "Is the gas getting to you? Oh, is the gas getting to you? It's a little paralytic.
Paralytic. I don't know.
Paralytic. I cooked up here. I cooked up here. I know you
Immune.
No, immunized. Immunized.
Immunized. Yeah, it means
Immunized yourself so many times. So it's something special. It's one part of a combo pair. So pretty much just messes him up. Doesn't kill him. Doesn't go crazy.
I think it just knocks him out. Like if you turn the next, and there he is messing with the face.
Yeah,
too.
there he's messing with the face. You can't really see it, but
right.
Yeah. So yeah,
Yeah,
it was
I think it just makes him pass
some
out.
gas that he did to mess with him.
Makes him pass out afterwards.
And then you can pick up after that.
Yeah, and so so he knocks him out, and then he unleashes the gas.
Yeah.
The lethal, but make you go crazy and laugh, and just like the Justice League did, he unleashes that same gas on the whole city.
But he doesn't do it to Arkham City, remember? Because that's where they're at. That's where they're hiding. But they didn't hit there yet, remember? That's where Jim's at. That's where.
No, they're all inside. Anybody that was inside in Batman's like Batcave or wherever his new thing's at, it's not inside.
Yeah, but I thought they said they were in Arkham because it didn't.
Those two were in Arkham.
Yeah.
And Arkham City's not a city. Arkham's just Arkham. That's only in the video game.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, whatever.
It's all right. I mean, it's great. No, it's a good story for that video game.
It is.
But no, so the whole city is just everybody's crazy. So everybody's got the smile on their face. They're all laughing.
They call them gigglers.
Well, that's what Batgirl called them. Okay, that's not what everybody referred to. She called them gigglers.
There's a giggler.
There's a giggler behind you, Bluebird.
Cracked me up.
Yeah, because I thought it was some superhero name.
Yeah,
I was like, who's Giggler? I was all looking.
I heard you too, and then I was like, what? And then I read it, and I was like, what's a giggler?
So now Batman's got to find a cure. And so that's his main thing. And this is where things start going crazy. So.
Well, they talk about it. They even showed the whole room. Joker has done this so many times that Batman has hundreds of cures.
Yeah, hundreds
for all of it, and while Batman was knocked out, they got him back to the place, and he starts like hallucinating in his dreams and shit.
Yeah.
And then when he wakes up, Alfred tells him it's gotten so bad. It's gotten so bad that everybody's fucked.
Yeah, and they said they tried everything.
And they tried all the cures that
Julia was telling
and
them,
none of them worked.
Yeah. And supposedly Alfred's granddaughter must be like some sort of scientist or
That's what I
something.
was getting from it.
Because she was,
Some sort
and
of
she may have
scientist.
said that.
Right.
She may be a doctor. She may have said that stuff, but they tried all the cures and none of them worked. So Batman's got to find the new cure.
Right.
But this strain is so strange, and it has like the ability. It'll be lethal over so many days. So he's got time, but it what was it? It like heals. Something in
Yeah.
it heals, and that's why it's called Dionysium.
Right.
And Batman finds out that Joker had help from Doctor Peter
Mm.
Decker,
Yep.
and
Well, no. At first, he has to get the patient zero,
right, he tries to find Patient Zero.
which this was weird. I didn't know what this was. It's Joe Chill.
Yeah, I didn't understand all that.
That was a little weird.
Joe Chill
So
was
it was like Joe Chill, and if you guys don't know, Joe Chill in the comics, I know like if you watch, we got the movies over here. If you watch the movies, they recontextualized it to where Joker killed Batman's parents, but in the comics, Joe Chill's the one who kills him,
right.
and so he sees it, and he's like, "Oh, Joe Chill's the patient zero," and then it goes into like this weird other thing where they're back in Crime Alley, and Duke, I don't know who that is, but Duke's like this kid, and Joe Chill kills his parents, and Batman takes the kid. It's really weird.
Yeah, it got real weird, and then but so what I think it was is because so the way in this story goes is that Joker is. It turns out the Joker is immortal
Right.
and has been around for hundreds of years. He was the Pale Man. It shows that they go through and look at all these old photographs of
Well,
like
it's the hospital because Jim Gordon is looking at the hospital that he's going to find the patient zero, and he's like, "Well, the hospital. They say the hospital's haunted," and he's like, "But it's a really good hospital. It's been running for years. That's actually where I took my kids to go get their tonsils removed or whatever it was."
right.
And so he's looking through pictures or whatever, and they go through like three pictures, and those three pictures have Joker somewhere hidden in the background, which is really
Well,
cool.
like events,
Right.
like a big train wreck, and the Joker's in the
Well,
background
and
from
then
like the
he shows the
'60s,
picture of his
and then the
kids getting
Old
there.
West, and there's like some
Remember,
Joker.
he
Yeah,
shows the picture of his kids getting his tonsils removed, and he's in that one too,
yeah.
which
So
is really cool.
come to find out, Joker's like been
Immortal,
around forever,
right?
and he always heals, and that kind of explains why how his like face healed, or how like he always gets real fucked up, but somehow
Well,
turns out okay.
it also kind of make it also kind of not really because it doesn't really make sense for Batman to be there, but it also makes sense for you know the them to technically they would still be in the 30s at this point since
Right,
that's
right,
when Batman came out. So it would so if we're going like based on years, he would technically be in like the 30s or the 40s.
right.
So it just kind of makes sense.
But yeah, and that's so it come to find out, Dr. Peter Decker tells because Batman's like, where'd you get the Dionysium, or where'd you get the thing that made this virus? And he tells him from the source, which was the Joker's spinal
Fluid.
fluid.
Well, they all say it's really close to the Lazarus pit, but not. It's like a lot stronger or whatever.
Right.
Scarily, it's
Yeah,
like
because
scary strong.
that's what he thought it was at first. Thought it was the
And
Lazarus pit, is which Ra's al Ghul uses that every time he dies or near death to heal himself and be young
well, you can
again.
die as well.
Yeah,
That's the
and you
whole
can be
thing.
brought back to life.
Well, my question is, so we're gonna go off topic, but this is still Batman related, so I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
ask it. So Red Hood's background story, right? Obviously.
Yeah.
But my question is, so there's the movie, great movie, Batman Under the Red Hood, the cartoon, where they show it as Ra's al Ghul was working with the Joker, and he felt so bad because he did not want Batman's kid to get killed. That's horrible. So
Well,
Robin,
Yeah.
yes. So you get Joker kills
His ward.
his ward. Yeah.
Yeah.
Joker kills Jason Todd, the Robin at the time, and the whole thing is that Ra's al Ghul felt so bad for it that he dug up Jason Todd's body and put him in the Lazarus pit. But he'd already been dead. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like,
Well, that's why he became Red Hood, because he went crazy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he went crazy, but then
Been dead too long.
but that's really weird because that's not what happens in the comics. If you read the comics, he like comes back for like digs himself out of the grave, and they find him. Ra's al Ghul finds him and puts him in the Lazarus pit. But he's already been alive. Like the only problem, like he's been alive. He's been like the only problem is he has so much brain damage from getting hit with the crowbar that
So he wasn't dead when they buried him?
I guess not. They shows him like crawling out, and when he meets Ra's al Ghul and Talia, Talia's like, "Oh my God, this is Jason," and brings him in, and she's um, like everybody tries to talk to him. Jason obliterates him. Like he doesn't kill him yet, but he brings him close to death. And then Tali but every time Tali's around him, he doesn't fight or anything.
Right.
And Tali is like, well, what's going on? Well, when Ra's al Ghul's like, this isn't Robin anymore. This isn't Batman's kid. He's so brain dead. He can't talk. He can't think. The only thing that he knows how to do is fight, and that's just off instinct. That's what he's been known to do his whole life. Well, Tali is like, well, I'm not getting rid of him, so fuck it. I'm going to put him in the Lazarus pit, and that brings everything back, but it makes him angry and insane.
Right.
So my question, what the fuck happened? Why is he alive?
Surely that's some sort of metaphor or something. Surely he drug him out or did something. Yeah, it is weird. I don't know.
It's very weird.
That is weird.
But either way, yeah. But even when you say that, because I didn't think the Lazarus pit can bring people back from the dead.
Well, it does. Ra's al Ghul dies.
I know,
sometimes.
but he gets.
But it's got to be
death.
instantaneous. Like he's got to die and then be immediately put
in. Yeah.
It can't be days and stuff. That's why.
Which is why I thought that was weird from the movie too.
That's why it didn't heal Jason Todd correctly.
Yeah, it brought him back, but he was just he's
messed up. Yeah, well, the crowbar hits. His brain was damaged. If he would have been put in there right after.
Yeah, I think it would have been fine.
It would have been fine, yeah.
Yeah. But either way, that's the Lazarus pit. Either way,
continue. You can go on with the.
Where were we at? We were at.
Peter Drucker just told him where he got the
cure. Yeah, he got the cure.
Or where he got the virus.
From. And the whole thing is that the virus, it's lethal. It'll kill you.
Yeah, there's so many days. I think it's 48 hours or something
24 hours.
24 hours?
Yeah, it's 24 hours, which is why Batman's now put on
more than that, but yeah, I guess
that's what he thinks in the beginning. He has enough time, and then he gets told it's like, no, you only have 24 hours.
Rushed, yeah.
And then after that, he goes to see the Court of Owls, right?
Yeah, and that's because they know the underground of the city better.
The Court of Owls, the whole idea is that they're like this. I always saw it as like an Eyes Wide Shut thing, like almost like a cult.
Yeah, they're it's
secret society type
cult, thing. It's the elite.
The elite
society,
yes. Yeah. And that's kind of what
it is. A secret society,
right? It's like the Illuminati almost,
right.
Yep, and they've been running. They kind of put it as they've never been accepted in Gotham, like on the outside, but in the underworld of Gotham, they bend it, they twist it, they make it theirs.
Right.
So they've technically been running Gotham the whole time, which is why, in my opinion, I think it's so corrupt and so nasty and dirty because they've been doing it.
Right.
But he's going down there to ask them for help to find something to make a cure for it.
Yeah, because he's like, if the city goes, it's your city too.
Yeah, but their whole thing is that they don't care.
They're like, fuck it, let it burn,
and then they can redo it. They can remake it into a better. And then he fights this weird motherfucker that looks so badass.
It's a Talon.
Yeah.
It's one of the Talons, and it's like the first Talon, I think is what he said.
But he was badass, dude.
He was badass.
He looked so fucking cool.
He did look cool, but he got his ass beat.
Yeah, Batman beat
the shit. It didn't take that long
either. Yeah, and he's like, he asked him, he's like, was he here back when you first started 400 years ago? And he's like, who? Who were you? The fucking Talon gets like real aggressive. Who are you talking about?
Yeah, I gets all super shitty.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? He's gonna tell you.
Calm down.
He's like, the Pale Man, the Joker. And I was like,
and then it cuts off before you get an answer. But then he says later that he said that he was there, but he was lying. He had to have been lying.
Yeah, and that's
Batman don't want to believe it that he's immortal.
Well, no, because he also said that. Because he's like, the Court of Owls can't lie. Like they're not like they don't have it in them to lie.
That's why I could.
So
tell
when he did, he could
tell.
Yeah. And then what happens after that? He goes to the Court of Owls, and then
obviously they can lie. I know he's like in the same sentence. He's like hypocrite. He's like, yeah, they've been trained not to tell. They've been trained to tell the truth. He's like, that's why I could see he was lying. I was like, but if they're trained to tell the truth,
why would they lie? Yeah. But either way, what happens after the Court of Owls? Where do they go? They go into. Didn't Dick call him right after that? Dick is in Nightwing. I know we keep saying Dick, but
I think so. I think he gets together the band. So you got.
I feel like that's way after that, though.
No, because then the parade happens.
Yeah, but Joker does something before the parade. I feel like he's doing something. We don't have to go back to it, but I feel like he did something.
I just looked to see if I could.
Yeah, we can go to the parade. I mean, there was nothing important until the parade happens, though. You know what I mean?
Did the night Court of Owls face Talon.
And then right after that, it was something else. Jim Gordon.
Yes,
Yeah,
and James Gordon gets the Joker shows up at Gordon's house,
which was fucking awesome.
and
He's
he
under the bed.
yeah, and
Remember that?
it's so
Holy
creepy
fuck, dude! He
because
like
Batman's
curls down
talking
under the
he's
bed.
talking on the phone to Batman,
Fucking
and he crawls
wild.
up underneath the bed and didn't he shoot him with a was it a shotgun or a handgun? He shot him like caught his face.
It was yeah, it was his handgun, and like that's what. Well, Joker pulls out this fucking axe out of nowhere, like not even like a hatchet, like a full on fucking wood axe,
Yeah,
like a cutting axe.
and he
And
hurts Gordon.
well, no, what happens is Gordon pulls out his gun and he shoots the fucking. Wasn't it like right in the head or some shit?
Shot him in the he shot him in the face because he's all messed up
It
when
was
they show
fatal.
him next.
It was fatal.
Yeah, and he said like I shot him to kill the clown.
Yeah, and he's calling Batman. He's like, I got him, and then Batman's like, Jim, and Joker shoves a fucking axe like right through his fucking
Yeah,
chest,
yeah,
and
yeah,
it's badass.
yeah.
It's the Joker
Somehow he
in this.
lives.
Yeah, that was a little weird.
Of course,
But
it's Jim Gordon. We ain't killing Jim Gordon.
nobody's gonna fucking die for real.
Yeah, but yeah. So he didn't kill him, and so there's enough more proof that
Joker's immortal somehow.
yeah. But I mean, I'll spoil it. At the end, they kind of come out and say that he's not.
How? Yeah, he kills him.
We'll talk about when we
Yeah,
get to
yeah.
the end here. So
But yeah, go
then
ahead.
next is the big parade that Joker throws, and what he does. Oh well, first he
Because they
breaks
bet.
in. He breaks into the Batcave to get all the
Oh yeah, dude,
memorabilia.
that shit. Yeah.
So he breaks into the Batcave to steal all the trophies that Batman's taken over the years. Like, so if you've read Batman or seen any of the Batcave or anything like that, you've seen that
Well,
he's
the
got the
like
big dinosaur, the
the
big coin,
yeah, I was about to say that the Joker card.
yeah,
Yeah, so like if you
the
get
Red Hood,
which is
yeah,
pretty
yeah,
badass to see the OG
yeah,
Red Hood.
and so Joker breaks in, and then Alfred tries to shoot him, shoots him with a shotgun, but it's got like birdshot in it, just peppers him up real good,
Peppers him.
like Dave
Dave
Chappelle.
Chappelle,
And
yeah.
so he and then Joker, you want to say it?
Joker cuts off his fucking hand,
Yeah,
and it's brutal as shit,
it was a
dude.
meat cleaver.
Yeah, I would. Well, because the funny thing is, because we read these last couple issues at the same time.
Yeah,
So I had finished issue 4, and the next one was 5. He was on 5. Was it 5 or 6? I think it was 5.
it was 5. Yeah,
And so
yeah.
I'm just sitting there. We're watching Rick and Morty. We're having a great time. And then I just hear him go, "Oh my god!" And I look over, and he fucking hides it. And then I get to it, and I was like, "Jesus Christ!" And it's so blood everywhere. Alfred's on the floor, and you
His
see the
hand flying
bone.
off, yeah, and it's just cut his hand right off with a meat
So
cleaver,
badass.
and it's gone.
Yeah, fucked it.
They said he preserved his hand and shit, but
Yeah, well, they tell him, they're like, "We've preserved your hand, but if you don't do it now, you're fucked."
yeah,
And then Alfred says the fuck. I'm not gonna say it yet, but he says the most heartbreaking shit. He's like, "There's no one to mend or
yeah,
tend
yeah,
to,"
yeah, yeah,
and it's like, or oh god, it's horrible.
yeah. So then after that, he
Yes.
Joker takes all the memorabilia and stuff, and he throws this
Well,
big
real
parade,
quick,
just like out of 1989 Batman.
yes, pretty much.
Yeah,
Well, real quick, they do it. It's a non-linear storyline near the end. Throughout the thing, you kind of get like a clear-cut story. These last couple, like I think the
it's
last
like
two,
3 hours earlier,
yeah. So
2
like
hours
it'll show
earlier.
something.
Now,
Well, because they'll reveal something. Because like earlier, Dick was like, um, we can, Red Robin can come in. We can get Bluebird. Is that her name?
yeah,
Bluebird, and then Red Hood can be on his way and shit like that. And you're like, oh, cool. And then Batman's like, no, fuck him, right? So he's like,
yeah, you're
oh,
like, damn.
yeah. And Dick's like, dude, you can't hold us back from your plan. And this is a badass line
This
too.
is early on. That's like 1 or 2.
Yeah,
Issue 1
but
or 2,
well, then Batman's like, that's a problem, Dick. I don't have a plan.
yeah,
And
yeah,
that
yeah,
was cool. I
yeah,
was like,
yeah.
oh shit.
That's the
He-
problem, Dick. I don't have a plan.
Yeah,
That's why you're not coming here.
yeah, and so Joker is oh yeah, Batman's about to get fucked up by all the gigglers,
Yeah, the gigs.
the gigs, and then fucking you see fucking Nightwing, Red Hood, Red Robin, Bluebird, they all come in, they fucking kick ass. Fucking Red Hood's got his pistols shooting oh, it's so cool.
Yeah, so by this time he has a plan. So right at that page, it's like 3 hours earlier,
And it shows
and it
him
shows them all on the rooftop together. And I think it's Bluebird was like, "Well, what are all these masks for?"
oh.
And then so
Well, before that, they showed the bat symbol got flipped upside down.
it's hanging upside down.
Yeah.
And if the bat symbol's shining in the sky, hanging upside down, to all the Batman villains, that means Batman has been killed by one of them.
Yes.
And they all made this pact to meet in this place. If
Crime
Batman
Alley,
was
isn't it?
to meet in Crime Alley if Batman was ever killed.
and show their respect or whatever.
Like show respect or cheers or whatever,
Whatever
celebrate, whatever they're going to do. So Batman shines the. They didn't think he knew about it. The villains didn't think he knew about
Right.
the pact that they made. And so Batman shines the Bat Sentinel upside down, and
Do you remember who it is?
Bane, Killer Croc.
It's Bane, Killer Croc, Clayface, Poison Ivy, Mr. Freeze, and the Penguin.
And the Penguin
I
all
say.
show up.
And Scarecrow's bitch
Yeah,
ass. He looks like a
Scarecrow.
pussy in that.
Because he is an idiot.
I like Scarecrow.
He's
Really?
all he's got is toxin.
I know, but I
Can't
like his
fight. He's always
powers.
getting his ass beat. He ain't got no powers.
Well, remember,
He just sprays fear toxin.
Yeah, but it's badass, dude. Remember in fucking
yeah, all the hallucinations looked badass.
Well, yeah, but you remember in fucking
Batman and
Dark Knight? No, Batman Begins.
Yeah, Batman Begins. Yeah, the hallucinations looked badass.
Cool. And then remember when Batman's like, taste your medicine, does it, and then he like looks like a fucking demon bat.
Remember in Dark Knight where Cillian Murphy's a little bitch ass gets him
punched on. Whoa! Don't ever talk bad about Cillian Murphy.
His Scarecrow got punked on.
Oh fuck him! I don't
give a fuck.
Fake
Batman were beating him up.
Don't fuck with him. Cillian Murphy's a goat.
Anyway, so what was I talking about? Oh, so all the bad guys are there, and they're going to work with Batman and his team because they're going to get killed.
That's their city.
They're going to get killed too.
I thought it was weird that Batman was like, "This is our city." Motherfucker, it's not their city. Why would you say that?
Right.
It's not their city. You're trying to stop them.
He wanted them to work with him.
Right, yeah. Pretty much.
So now we got the Bat family and all the bad guys, the Rogues Gallery, all working together, which was badass. They all start going out there and beating the shit out of the gigs.
Yeah. Crazy.
Just beating the
Batman
shit out
fucking
of them.
Bane flings Batman across the fucking city.
And he flies up and...
Glides, not flies. You don't fly, motherfucker.
He's flying because he got thrown. And he gets to the Joker. And this little syringe pops out of his finger, and he's getting ready to stab the Joker with it and get his spinal fluid. And he's like, "Oh, did you think it was going to be that easy, Batman?" And they have a fight.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, "I want to." He beats him up.
Beats
and
he's like,
throws gas in his face, the laughing gas that everybody. He breaks the mask that he's wearing, and Batman inhales the gas, and he pulls Batman's mask off, and it's Dick Grayson. It's not even Batman. Because during this fight, he all revealed where the location of the Dionysium, which is what they need to make the cure, is at. Revealed the location to
it's like
Batman,
way down.
He thought he was going to kill him. It's way down in some caverns deep under Gotham. And when he
pulls
the mask
bedrock,
off,
when he says that.
When he pulls the Batman mask off, sees Dick Grayson, he realizes that he just gave up the location.
Right.
And so Dick Grayson's there, but the real Batman, Bruce Wayne,
already underground.
Is already underground, and he finds the cave with the Dionysium and gets the chemical. Talking to Julia Pennyworth the whole time.
Oh yeah.
Gets it, tells her pull it up, and then Joker shows up down the cave, and it's one of the best fight scenes between him and Joker. They beat the shit
It's
out
almost
of each
as good. Do you remember the ending fight scene in The Killing Joke?
Yeah.
That it's almost as good as that. And then again, going back to Brian Azzarello's Joker, the ending fight scene that on the bridge when fucking Batman throws Joker off that fucking bridge and thinks
Batman
he kills
and Joker
him.
got some good fights.
So good.
What about that line where at one point he stabs Batman in the back of the sword, and then he stabs him with another sword, and then he flips over him and slices him.
Yeah, and it looks like a fucking...
And it looks like a smile on the back of it. He's got two swords stuck into him with a big smile, and he's like, "Why don't you smile?" And there's a big smile on his back. Yeah. And then he throws cards, and one hits
Batman right in the eye.
In the freaking eyeball. So he's got one of those razor blade cards.
Yeah, Joker cards, yeah.
And then Batman uses his cowl and shoves his head right to the Joker. And oh man, it was so... They fight to where they're both almost dead.
Yeah.
And Joker's trying to crawl to that chemical.
To heal himself.
Yeah, to heal himself. And Batman says, that's when Batman says, if you're really immortal, you don't need that.
Yeah. Well, it's cool because at that point, Joker's fucked and he realizes that he's off it. So Batman jumps on his back and chokes the fuck out of him.
Yeah.
And he's like, you're not going anywhere until you forgive me for being so wrong about you. And then he's like, I'm sorry, Joker, forgive me. And then the Joker's like, okay, shit. Yeah,
jeez.
I forgive you.
Don't let me die.
Yeah. Because that's the weird thing about Joker is that Joker doesn't want either of them to die. He wants to kill Batman now, but he talks to me. He was like, before all this, I would have made you immortal so we can fight forever. And that's what
Right.
and that's at the end. You find out that's not what
Right.
Batman
Right.
did.
Right. Right. And then they're basically fight to a stand. They're both just
Dead,
dead,
damn near.
and it cuts out, and it goes to like the next day of Alfred waking
It's
up.
3 weeks later
Yeah, Alfred waking up in a bed, a hospital bed. And
from
Julia
the
tells
arm.
him
Yeah.
that Bruce Wayne's dead, like they both died, and that's why when she's like, "You only got so many hours to put your hand back on, or it won't be preserved," and Alfred says, "Well, there ain't nothing worth fixing or mending anymore, so I don't need my hand
Well,
for
we should also explain how Batman dies because he doesn't die
it."
just
Didn't
there.
die at
Because
all.
I'll be yeah, but let's be honest. Well, in the comic it shows that he's dead, and the whole reason that they think he's dead is because obviously if they just went down there and grabbed him, they could fix him.
Right.
Right? They're not gonna let him die. But the cave they were in was collapsing,
Yeah.
and it was gotten to the point where like no one could go down there even if they tried.
Yeah.
So they automatically assume he's dead, and they couldn't pull him back up because Batman told him not to, and to pull the cure up that he had.
Yeah.
And so that's how he dies. And yeah, Alfred's like, "There's no point in mend, no point since I can't. There's no one to mend anymore." That
And yeah, that was
it was sad as shit.
heartbreaking. Well, and then Julie's like, Bruce Wayne left a note, but it's weird. I don't know. It's short.
Cryptic.
And it's cryptic. I don't know what it means. And gives it to Alfred, and it's just the word "ha." And Alfred knows that Bruce Wayne ain't dead.
Yeah, well, the whole thing is that the reason he said that is because he Batman. It was like Batman feared death, and then like when he started seeing himself die in those dreams at the beginning,
Yeah.
he realized that's like the best thing to happen apparently.
Right.
So
Right.
yeah, it was a good story.
Oh, I loved it.
I enjoyed
give
it.
I mean, if I was to rank it out of 10, I give it a 9. It was almost perfect.
I give it an 8.
Yeah.
It wasn't my favorite obviously, but I think it's the best that we've read so far.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. It was
Easily.
better. It was better than X-Men 198. It was better than the Stand.
Again,
I like the Stand.
I think the problem with the Stand,
like
we kind of fucked up on that end, but it was better than the Stand.
Well,
I think.
I like the Stand story as a book. I love it as a movie.
Yeah, I
Well,
liked
haven't
it as
read
a
it
comic.
book, but I love it as a movie. I don't know about a comic.
I think it looked cool.
It's
I think
alright.
yeah.
I think if we would have read all of it,
We would have liked it more.
yeah, probably.
Yeah. But either way, yeah, this is easily the best one we've read so far.
Yeah, hands down. And I love Batman, of course.
Yeah.
As you can tell,
One of my favorite characters.
We got a lot of Batman stuff.
Yeah, we love Batman. Up here we got Batman the Boy Wonder, which is just some classic Batman and Dick Grayson stories.
Yeah.
So yeah, we love Batman.
Great.
Let me see where we're at. Holy shit, it's already been an hour.
Oh well, I mean, it's a good story.
Yeah, it's a great
There's
story.
a lot to cover.
It was.
Yeah. So
I agree.
the movie?
Conan.
Yeah.
Do you want to give us a little here?
Yeah.
You want me to give it so you could tell a story?
Yeah, sure.
I'll give a little backstory. So
this is just the actors, the cast.
Director
John Milius.
The director was John Milius, who also did the movies from 1982.
Yep.
John Milius also directed Red Dawn from 1984, the
He's
original.
been involved in a lot of movies, but
yeah, well, because at first
he's involved in Apocalypse Now.
Well, because when we looked up John Milius's movies, it said Apocalypse Now, but Francis Coppola.
Yeah, Francis Ford Coppola.
Yeah, and that's the guy who did The Godfather and a bunch of other class. I think he also did Platoon, if I'm not mistaken. I think
maybe, I'm not sure.
Something like that. But yeah, so obviously he didn't direct it, but I'm pretty sure he probably produced it.
He must have done something. His name was on it.
Yeah. But yeah, the cast is obviously Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Who's Conan?
Who's Conan? Mm-hmm. James Earl Jones, who
the main bad guy.
The main bad guy.
What's it say his name's there?
Thulasa Doom.
Thula Doom. I think that's what they call him. Thula. I just kept calling him Doom. Yeah. Thula Doom, yeah.
And then the girl is Sandal Bergman. The witch is Cassandra Gava. Just names you wouldn't know. Old 80s,
I mean, a lot of them, I don't know if I've seen them in anything else.
Yeah, besides
Conan. Of course, they could have been other stuff. I wasn't really big into watching a bunch of movies in the 80s. I was, 4 years old when this movie came out?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, I loved it. I watched it when I was younger. My dad watched it. I loved it. But I don't think I was 4 when I watched it. I think I was like 8 or 9.
Right. And then the other thief, because they're thieves.
Yeah, Jorge Sands.
Jorge Sands or George Sands, either one. I don't think it's George. It must be Jorge.
That's how you spell Jorge.
But yeah, that's just a little backstory on it. It's obviously an adventure,
and stuff,
adventure action movie from the 80s. You can obviously tell it's 80s, very cheese almost. Not really cheese, but it has
dark fantasy look to it.
Yeah, it has a very clear 80s look to it.
Yeah.
And then would you like to, not as much as we went in detail in the comic, but would you
Yeah.
like to give a little summary of it?
So Conan the Barbarian was originally some books, and I think the books were back from like the 40s and 50s, maybe even earlier. I can't
Right.
remember, but kind of some of the first books dealing with fantasy stuff.
Before Tolkien and all them?
Maybe not 100% on that, but I know it's early on before all that was real popular. He a series of books, really renowned. I've tried to read a couple; they're pretty good. They're not bad. But the movie kind of starts out with Conan is a young boy in a village, and this Thalos Doom, James Earl Jones' character, which is the main bad guy, him and his boys show up and they wipe out the entire village and kill Conan's dad, and then chop Conan's mom's head off right in
Yeah.
front of him while
And
he's
the
holding on to
whole,
her
yeah.
leg. And he's like what, 10,
Maybe younger.
maybe younger, maybe 8, 9, 10, something like that. And then he gets dragged to. They keep him alive, and he gets dragged to like a slave place where he's got to push the wheel of pain. And there's really no reason for this wheel. I don't even know why he was ever pushing it.
Just for slaves.
It's like a thing he pushes on, and it's real heavy. And at first it starts out and there's like 5 of them pushing this thing, and they're all in different spots. And by the end, Conan's grown up and he's got these big giant muscles from
It's
pulling,
Arnold
pushing this.
Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, from pushing this wheel all these years, and he's the only one left, and he's pushing it by himself, and he's ripped. Arnold Schwarzenegger, big muscles.
We should just call him Arnold.
No, he's Conan in this movie.
Yeah.
It's Conan.
Conan.
So Conan's all ripped and he's big and he's huge. Been pushing his wheel for years, and then the guy that owns him gets the bright idea to fight him one night when he's all drunk and throws Conan in this pit against this other guy that fought before, and they give him some shady weapons. I think the guy had like things with spikes on the end of it, and Conan had like spike gloves or something like
Right.
that. And Conan don't even know what he's doing. You don't even know how to fight. This guy attacks him. He just like does whatever he can to defend himself and ends up killing the guy. And the guy wins a bunch of money, and he's like, "Oh, this is a good way to go." So he trains him to be a killer.
Right, like a
Yeah.
cold and they trains him really. It's like in not so called martial arts, but just
No,
like
I
the
mean,
way
like,
of the samurai
at
almost.
first, it shows like a montage of him fighting first,
Right.
and he's winning. He's undefeated. He just keeps winning. He keeps getting better, and then they go to like pretty much samurai, like over east to the Asians, and he gets trained with the sword and they give him women to breed with because they want him to produce like big strong heirs and stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah, because remember they threw that woman in the cage.
Yeah.
And
well, it's
and,
that.
and they were all watching them
Well, that
as
seems
they
really
made
weird
it.
because
Yeah, it was weird.
because Conan covers her up and like almost like he's not gonna fuck her. So
Yeah.
he covers her up and then like walks her over to the bed, takes the thing off
And
her, and then just fucks her.
immediately uncovers her, and they're all watching through the bars and stuff.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, like it was weird.
Well, they cover her up, and he's like, "Oh."
I mean, they don't show him. Yeah, they don't show him fucking her, but
Well, they do later show him fucking.
yeah. Well, later on, he's
Yeah.
just having sex with some woman, but it's implied.
Yeah.
And then one night, the guy that got him into the fights gets drunk off his ass, like blackout drunk, and grants Conan his freedoms. Like, just get out of here, go, run. And Conan's like, okay,
cool.
And yeah, and he just takes off, goes to the desert, ends up finding like he's running from some coyotes or some wolves or whatever. And I'm sure they're not coyotes. I'm sure they're wolves.
Right.
But ends up falling like into this. He climbs up on this rock and ends up falling like into this tomb. And there's like a guy sitting in a chair, a skeleton sitting in a chair. And he finds a sword there and knocks all the rust off of it. And from there he goes. He ends up coming across the witch and fucks her.
Yeah.
And she turns into a demon while he's fucking her. Turns into a demon.
It's so fucking weird.
It's so crazy. And he's like, "Oh Jesus!" So he takes her and just throws her whole ass body into the fire, and then she screams real loud and turns into like a ball of energy and laughs, yeah, all the way out, dude. It was the weirdest shit.
It's such a weird movie.
And then he finds his buddy, the thief, chained up out back. Like he was like, "What are you doing here?" And he's like,
Fuck?
"I'm wolf food."
I'm wolf food.
So
It's
they
good.
team up and they go out and they getting fucked up in towns and stealing and they
Pillaging, pretty much.
pillaging and they come across a woman who wants to do the same shit
Yeah. And he
and
fucks her, of
he
course.
fucks her of course and they got another montage of them just like stealing shit and getting
Just
fucked
being
up and
bandits and
drunk
outlaws,
and
pretty
yeah
much.
stealing stuff and spending their money and wilding out and this king finally captures them but he's not capturing them to arrest them, he's capturing them because they have stolen from Thalos Doom.
Yeah.
And Thalos Doom has now, since he killed all Conan's parents, has become like a cult leader at this point.
Yeah, which was so fucking weird.
A giant cult leader.
Yeah.
Thousands of
Like
men,
thousands of
thousands of
people,
people.
yeah.
And so this king's like, yeah, I'm ready. I don't like this guy. He's like, he's got my daughter. And she's gonna end up
And she's the
killing me. Yeah,
princess.
she's the princess. I want her back. So he pretty much hires him to
Yeah.
go save his daughter.
And the girl's like, fuck that. We already got the money. Just
Yeah,
say
well,
fuck this dude.
yeah, fuck this.
But
But
Conan's out for revenge. It's a good
yeah,
revenge story.
yeah, Conan, he knows that Thalos Doom's the one that killed his parents and wiped out all his people, and he's ready for revenge. So they break in, and Thalos Doom turns into a snake for absolutely zero reason.
Right.
There was no point to it
It was so weird.
whatsoever. He
Well,
just turns into a snake
yeah, I thought
and
his
then
face was
slithers
weird.
off.
Well, it don't even show him turning into a snake. It shows him like putting his face out like this, like really weird. I was like, what the fuck is he doing? And like the next shot of him, he's like slithering and
Well,
shit.
no, like the next shot, he's got that big snake head.
Yeah, in his clothes.
Yeah,
It's like, what the fuck?
and then the next scene, he's slithering out some
Being a
hole.
puss.
Yeah, running away from the battle.
Right.
I have no reason why they showed him
It
being able
makes
to.
no sense.
Not only did it not make no sense, he never did it again.
No.
It served no purpose. It's not like it made him strong and he could fight.
No, he pussied out and
He
ran
just
away.
turned into that snake and ran off, and that was
And
it.
that's it.
And then now later on, he does do something cool. He takes a snake out of his bag as Conan and the thief and Conan's woman, had got the princess, and they're making their escape. Thalos Doom and his two right hand men, his two henchmen that are coming with him because they're big guys, so they're gonna fight Conan later. They're big, strong dudes too. They're standing on top of this hill together, and he takes that snake out. It's alive,
Right.
and he like whispers into the snake's ear, and then he straightens the snake out, and the snake becomes an arrow,
Yeah, and he shoots.
and he
Yeah,
shoots it
it's
and
so
hits the
cool.
girl, and it kills her.
So cool.
And then she's like, I want my last dying breath to be in your mouth. Kiss me. Oh, it was so
It was weird as shit. Well, no,
it was so weird.
the reason she dies is because earlier Conan's like fucking dead because he goes up to see fucking Doom.
Oh, right. He
Doom. Well,
gets
let me say it. He
yeah,
goes up to see Doom earlier, and Doom's like, "Well,
by
you're
himself.
yeah by himself." He's like, "Well, you're a little bitch. I'm gonna kill you." So he like pretty much fucking crucifies and pulls a Jesus Christ, hangs him on this
Puts
tree.
him on the tree of pain.
Yeah, tree of
Will
pain.
of pain, tree
Tree
of
of
pain,
pain.
love of pain going on around there.
Fucking
Yeah,
weird.
yeah.
And so he like crucifies him, and then the girl, well, because he already left the girl and the other thief because they didn't want to go save the princess, but he's going to do it. So they come back and they save him, and they find this other fucking dude who's like into like dark magic, black magic,
The
and shit.
wizard. Yeah.
Wizard, yeah. And he's like, because Conan's on the verge of death, and so he's like, yeah, I can bring him back. And they do this like weird, horrible graphics, but it's so good because of the times. Obviously,
Yeah.
it looks cool just because it's 80s shit. So you're like, oh, that's pretty
Right.
funny. But it's obviously looks like shit now. But like he like demons come over him and shit and like
Oh,
fucking heal him.
grabbing at him and
But
shit.
the only way that he'll be able to survive is that at some point the girl's got to give her life.
Well, not give her life,
And
but
it's something like
a
that.
price to pay.
Yeah,
She'll
and
have a price to pay.
and she's willing to take the price.
Yeah. And
So
this was the price.
yeah, and she
Her life.
dies,
Yeah.
and they burn her alive, or no, dead.
Not, yeah,
She's dead, and they burn her. And yeah, it's pretty cool.
And then after that, it's funny. They got this princess for the king. Instead of taking the princess back and return the king, they decide to use her as bait.
They tie her up. Yeah.
They string her up, almost pretty much
she's a little
crucifying
bitch,
her.
dude. She's like,
Oh,
fuck
yeah, she's
you.
bitching the whole time, almost crucifying her.
Right.
So they light this fire to burn that girl,
well,
and
the problem
she's like,
is
he's seen the fire, he'll come get me.
so the girl that he's with, his girlfriend, his fuck buddy or whatever, who dies, she's like, don't fuck with Doom. We're just gonna get the princess and go. You can get your revenge later.
Right.
So they fight, have a huge battle, grab the princess, leave. So then they tie the princess up, and then Doom comes to get him, and they fight again. And Conan does not kill this motherfucker. He pussies
Well,
out and he runs.
the also Doom pushes that and
Yeah,
runs because Conan beats the shit.
out of everybody else.
The
Yeah,
the three of them,
beat
well,
the
the
shit out of the
two
whole
of them
army.
pretty
Yeah,
much beat the shit out of the whole army.
yeah,
Well, no, they went to that montage of them setting up the booby traps and
yeah.
stuff.
And the wizard helps and
Yeah, and the
shit.
wizard
But
helps.
either
It
way,
gets
yeah,
stuck on his back, can't get up
Doom
and shit.
Doom pussies out and he runs back. So then,
Right before he's running, though, he gets another snake out, another kill snake arrow,
yeah,
and he goes to shoot it. The princess is like, "Don't leave me, don't leave me!" And he pulls out the snake arrow and he draws it back and he shoots, and then that thief Jorge Sands jumps in front of it with his shield and stops the snake from hitting the princess. So in that instance, the princess realized he's a
fuck
bitch.
him. Yeah,
Yeah, fuck him. He's a
yeah.
bitch.
Well, then all this happens. So then, Doom pussies out, runs home, and then Conan goes after him again by himself.
Yeah, but at this point, Doom's up on the
Yeah, talking to his cult and shit.
thousands.
Thousands. They're all in like fucking KKK outfits and
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, they're all dressed in white and shit, looking extremely racist.
Yeah, it looks
But,
really weird. But he goes out there and he's
but they're
talking.
led by a black guy. That's the weird part. A bunch of them
Yeah,
white pointy hats,
yeah. It literally looks like the
and the
KKK. It's
black guys
really
up
weird.
there. Yeah, it was weird.
But and then yeah, Conan sneaks up in this bitch, which I don't know why he's sneaking, because like he
I
gets
don't
up
even think he
there.
snuck, dude. He just shows up behind him.
Yeah, but it shows him like creeping around in the fucking temple.
Oh, right.
Then he shows up behind him, and Doom killed this motherfucker's family, crucified him, sold him into slavery, fucking killed his bitch, does all this horrendous shit, fucking fights this motherfucker like 3 times. Conan comes up there, pulls a sword out, and Doom's like, "You are my son," and tries to talk him into the
Well,
cult.
he's all like, if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't be the man you are today.
But he also like tries to
Yeah.
talk him into joining
Also
him and
has
being
touching
like
his face and shit.
yeah. He's like, I'm
Kinda
like,
weird.
dude, why would you fuck this mother? You've ruined this. You fucked him all up.
Yeah.
Why do you think he would ever join you? And he cuts the motherfucker's head off.
Yeah, well, and that you think there's gonna be like some fight at the end? No, he just straight lops his fucking head off.
Yeah, Conan cuts this motherfucker's head off, and then throws it down in the crowd.
Oh,
of
he
people.
walks out there, and the crowd, the thousands of people with their torches are down there, and they're all like, "Oh!" They saw their dudes get their head cut off, and he holds the head up real high, and like that, and then he just tosses that bitch ass head down
like steps or whatever.
steps that are down there because they're real high up, and there's like hundreds of steps.
Yeah, and then he drops the sword.
And it just rolls around. And then he drops the sword, and then what the cult people are just like,
well, fuck
it's
it.
so funny because the cult people are all standing there, and this one cult lady's holding a torch. She's standing in front of this fountain, and she's like, well, throws the fountain and throws the torch in the water and walks off, and then the rest just follow suit one by one. They all just like, oh,
well, fuck it, we're going home.
Yeah, no crying.
No, they just
no
leave.
freaking out. They're just like, oh well, I guess
fuck it.
This ain't working out.
Yeah, like at the, I was like, are they just gonna go home? They did. They're like,
that's
fuck
exactly that, and they just go home. And at the end, you see it shows Conan aged up when he's an old man, and he's sitting on a big throne, and the voiceover comes, and it's the wizard, and he says, hey, Conan went on many more adventures, but that's for another time.
Yeah.
But it was, I liked it. It was cheesy fun.
So you liked it. What would you rate it on out of 10?
And I don't know.
In general, you got to compare it to all movies. So, like, where would you put it in your?
I liked it, and I'd say a good 5, not a bad 5. I'm not saying, but it's an '80s movie. It's cheesy, but it is Conan the Barbarian. Probably for nostalgia reasons, I give it a 7.
Really?
Yeah.
I think I would give it a 5. A good 5. I'll go into it real quick. I don't like 80s movies. It's not my. There are some that I like just because I watched them when I was younger and I really enjoy them, like Ferris Bueller's Day Off. A lot of John Hughes movies I really enjoy. I like Weird Science, The Breakfast Club, obviously Back to the Future, and a lot of Spielberg movies. But I'm not a huge 80s movies fan. I think that's when and this movie is really weird because it's early 80s, like 82. So you kind of get the hint of the 70s in it, which you can do the same thing about like if a movie was made in 1991. It's like early 80s. It's like late 80s, so it's like it kind of has that '80s feel to it.
Right, right, right. Because
But
it was probably made in the 70s,
yeah,
really.
you know what I mean?
By the time they did all the filming and post production and all that shit like that, it
Yeah,
may have
either
been
80,
made in
79,
78, 79 or
yeah,
something, just
maybe
didn't
even
get
the first like
released.
80. Yeah,
Yeah, it just didn't get released till
till
82.
82.
Yeah.
Well, it's an '80s movie, and I think the biggest problem with '80s movies is they try to like '80s was like the first real time of political correctness when it like really hit. But it wasn't like a bad like it wasn't a horrible political correctness, but it was one of those things where it's like all your characters have to have a awesome happy ending. If you have a bad dickhead character, they always have to come out at the end with a new changed purpose in life.
Right.
And that's not how movies were in the '70s and even in the '90s when they regressed into the time where you can have a dickhead, horrible character who either dies or just stays the same way. And the funny thing is, Conan's one of those ones that's really raw and really gritty. And I really enjoyed that aspect of it. It was really weird to see that from an '80s movie, and
Right.
because just based off the ones that I've seen, so it was really cool to see that have it be such a
But good practical effects.
yeah great practical
A lot
effects,
of blood.
a lot of blood. It was really raw and gritty, and I really enjoyed that. And there also wasn't this huge thing of like it's a revenge tale. You know, it wasn't like
I
this
mean, it
whole
was, but
thing.
they didn't promote it like that.
Yeah, it's not like a
Yeah.
Kill Bill
Yeah,
revenge
yeah,
tale,
yeah,
but it was like one of those things where it's like there wasn't like a big he changed as a human being. He has morals now.
yeah. Yeah,
You
he
know, and the
didn't.
only two movies in the '80s I could think of that, and it was early '80s, was obviously Conan. Now that I've seen it, and Scarface when he's a horrible person throughout the whole movie and fucking dies.
Yeah.
I mean that I like that idea. I like following a villain pretty much. You know, you're
Right, right,
following. I mean, obviously Conan's more of a hero than Tony Montana, but
right, right.
you know what I mean. So that's just my opinion on it. But I did enjoy it a lot more than what I thought I would.
Well, I think the reason I liked it, and it's most of the movies that I really kind of liked in the 80s in that era was what's being called dark fantasy right now. Back then it wasn't. Back then it was just fantasy. But like that nostalgic look of everything, like the weird castles, the weird scenery, the weird
Right.
special effects, the weird monsters, the dark and gritty that you're talking about. It's called dark fantasy now. Like when I look at pictures on TikTok or something, it reminds me of these old movies like Labyrinth or Dark Crystal
But Labyrinth is such a
or
weird fucking.
The Last Unicorn, or I mean, this stuff's all '80s stuff, but it's I don't know. There's something different about it. Like it's better than some of the new fantasy stuff we got right now, like that fucking trash show Rings of Power, which is trying to ruin Lord of the Rings.
Right.
I don't even think it should be a part of any. I don't think anyone should watch it. It shouldn't be a part of Lord of the Rings.
Right.
But like those older movies, like Conan the Barbarian, Labyrinth, and Dark Crystal, and what was that one with Tom Cruise
Um.
and Tim Curry plays the devil in it, or plays that big horn guy. I don't know if it's the devil.
Uh.
Legend, Legend is what it's called.
Yeah.
Uh, those have a better look to them than some of these newer fantasy movies. Like they feel more fantastic. They feel like it's another world and stuff like that. So I mean, I think that's what I liked about it probably the most
Right.
is the look and aesthetic of it.
I agree.
Later.
Peace.